Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. And this morning we have the US market. Now, many of you would have probably noticed we are almost towards the year end, and this is the kind of market breakout amidst the holiday that many of us are preparing anyway. I know many of you will have children who probably, like myself, are preparing where to take the children during the holidays. And that's where the market generally will rally, which we have seen this pattern over and over again. So make no mistake, you still need to be in the market if you want to catch some of the best year-end rally we have seen. But last week, I've talked about the SmartRobie for Bursa. So today, our focus will be on the US market. All right. Feel free to share this video in your timeline or with your friends. Really appreciate that. And let's get started now. All right. So what we have for you this morning is the US Dow market remain uptrend even immediately after the so-called analysis, the post-analysis of the US election, whether Donald Trump is good for the economy, whether he will be laughed at the other world leader, yet to be seen. But so far, the market do agree with some of the things that Donald Trump has put in place, including Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, for taking of the efficiency of the government. And yet he has picked a couple of good picks for the treasury, and the market did not reject it, did not fall further, but yet also recovered. This is also partly in line with the year-end rally that we usually see in the market. Now, the US Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 are red pentagon so far. So we will look at the market likely to turn on. So we're going to have some charts prepared for you too on this segment of our SmartRobie with US market. And of course, SmartRobie has the US segment, the SGX, and the Hong Kong, all powered by Pentagon Guider in here. All right. So news that drives the market is we do have Thanksgiving holiday for the US market. So take note for our Malaysian listener. The market will be closed on Thursday, which is our Friday morning that sends in here, and it will only open on Friday 1 p.m. So that will be somewhere on Monday, on Friday very late, or Saturday morning. I think many of you would have been who have taken rest after a long night. But take note, usually in the week leading to the Thanksgiving, you will see some rally in the market. It is volume will be low. So a lot of people will say that, look, this market is not serious, and then come the first week of December, that's where we want to see whether the market open up or not. Now, I did talk about the Bursa Malaysia for the month of December. We have seen few years ago market rally, but last year there wasn't any rally until the last 3 days of Christmas. After the Christmas, the market rally. So the KLSE, I expect the market's going to move sideways, but I'll give you more update on this coming Wednesday, right? So join me on Wednesday. So what we have seen, US market will likely to continue. The trend is the interest rate cooling down, which I do report to our members for VSA 360 in here, with the interest rate pointing more cuts for the first quarter of 2025. There isn't any for the month of December. That's why we saw the market actually corrected about last week for the US market. We all seen on the chart there later on. I'll just show you in here. So right now we have seen the best performing sector for the last 3 months, okay, is definitely XLY, which is the consumer discretionary, usually means the luxury items. The finance did pretty well too, 16% return. That's where you saw Dow really catching up. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 has been up 20% this year to date. Now, what market will give you the kind of 20%? Whereas Malaysia still struggle around there, and I do think that they are talking about 1600 in here, just around short of 10% for Malaysia, which has been like that since August for last 3 months. Hasn't gone anywhere else. The XLK, which is the technology stock, has recovered a bit, 3% in here. Nasdaq is 4.8 for the last 3 months in here. Energy sectors has also gone up 10%, but again, energy sectors are going up partly due to the Trump winning in here. But our Malaysian market again did not go when it is. So last Wednesday, I talk about why our Malaysian market is not rallying like the US market. So make sure you check it out and notice some of the reasons I've talked about in here. So this is one of the market you should be in, and to compensate some of the so-called missing rally that we see in Malaysia. Yeah. And the US stock index, as you can see, particular only couple of sectors, the XLK and the XD, which is the semiconductors, are still red pentagon, and partly he has done a lot of his rally, right? So you have seen the other markets are catching up. Consumer discretion are the best performer here, and also energy 3% since the green pentagon. Discussion is 2.66. Technology, despite being red pentagon, it's still up 2%. It's going to turn green pentagon soon, right? Technology will turn first before the semiconductors. And let's take a look at the chart now for the Dow Jones. You can see still maintain the uptrend. The big fallout that we see from here was after the Donald Trump winning was market corrected. Then there was no interest rate cut. Then we saw the market correct back, and then it corrected again. The previous peak or the resistance in here were around the 40. I think it's 44,500. So it's around 44,000. That became the support, and the market now rally back in here. So tonight we want to see whether the market continue to push and retest back the 45,000, which is a real new record. All right. So Dow Jones is still above the 50 and 200-day moving average. A new high, it's coming. Railway track, the 20 and 40 is still marching up. We are still in pretty much in the stage 2. A little bit of doubt came in just before the pre-election day. There was a volatility, and I did mention, right, immediately after that the market would generally push up. So right now this is a nice pullback in here, and it's going to go higher, right? Nasdaq is also going to turn to a stage 2 markup very soon, above the 50 and 200-day moving average. You can see that. Looking into the first week of December for our year-end rally. So, and inflation expected to be lower, like I said before in here. So the trend still pointing upwards. Okay, and let's look at some trending shares that we have from last week, which is our previous call stage 2 shares. So on the US side, we have Oracle, Timus. So I'm just going to show you what it was right now. This was on 11th of November. So let me just bring up the chart here. All right, so we have Oracle. So let me just type in ORCL. So we hit stock chart, stock comment, and we're going to see that, hit that one. And you can see that on the chart wise, Oracle was around 11 somewhere around here, right? So it did make higher from this standpoint. No doubt it did turn red pentagon, but there was no follow through. Just like follow the big brother, the Nasdaq, it came off and it started to go back up. So that's pretty good. Next we have Timus, which is stand for T-Mobile US. Okay, T-Mobile is like the Malaysian operator, and you can see from the stock chart for comment. Let me just rotate the chart up for here, and you can see it is continuing uptrend. No doubt the 11th of November it was higher, pullback, but continued to move upwards from here onwards. Okay, so that's a pretty good way to look into it. All right, the CRM you can check yourself. So let's take a look at this week, what we have for you. This week we have Dell. All right, Dell, we all know Dell being one of the big computer makers. IBM, AXP, which is the American Express of finance, technology stocks, and also 2 technology stocks. So let's look at Dell this week. Of course, you can check it out yourself using the US trending stock, Dell. And look at stock chart, stock comment here. Let me just rotate this, and there you go. So you can see Dell from here started to make upwards from here onwards. Okay, so Pentagon was actually on the 6th of November. All right, and you can see from here onwards started to go up again from higher. Next we have maybe a look at IBM. Okay, no, AXP. I like AXP, which is American Express. And you want to look at this one here. And you can see AXP also started to turn upwards. Okay, started to turn upwards, and that's going to be pretty interesting for the AXP. Okay, so those are the two trending stocks that we've seen before. Now let's take a look at also, yep, let me just switch this off. You can also check out the Sharia stocks for those who are our Muslim friends. There's this website wahid.com/MYLHAT, which is really good, telling you the kind of stocks that we have. And we have 220 of the US quality shares in here. Now we will be looking at the SmartRobie FA list in here, which are fundamental. So previous week, 11th of November, we have LRCX. So let's look at LRCX previously. Of course, we look at the Meta, the first one here. Okay, so let's look at Meta. And you can see from here the Meta stocks. So I'll just hit this, switch this on. And you can see Meta actually on the 11th November hit up, but turned red Pentagon, but correcting, now still holding up in here. Previously was closing around 584, and right now is 559. All right, so it didn't go higher, unfortunately, with this. And the next one we have is all right, and next one we have is Lum Research. Okay, so LRCX. We hit stock chart, stock comment, and you can see LRCR hits did go up on the 11th. Okay, so on the 11th November it did go higher, and right now you can see from on my chart here it actually has gone lower. The semiconductors did broke into the $72. Okay, and it's gone back up again, $72. I don't think the market will correct too much for the US market because it's all preparing for the year-end rally. The question is how much can it rally as a lot of the stocks. But Lum Research certainly this year has been a really setback, despite it actually rally about almost 60% up to July, and then the market just pulled back in here. So right now market is looking into the more discretion, consumer discretion, like KO, which is a Coca-Cola stock, okay, and IBM, we all know they're IBM computers. So this is IBM, a nice so-called rounding at the bottom here, double bottom going up. So we'll see next week, in 2 more weeks, how it works out. And the other one is KO, which actually was around $72, corrected, and then green Pentagon around the just turned around short of 62, and then the market turned back up. So everything is preparing for the year-end rally for the Coca-Cola. And do keep in mind, if you look at Coca-Cola KO, it's one of the best paying dividend stocks. So you can see from here, let me just bring up the chart, right? And type in KO and you go to stock fundamentals, just on top of me here, and it pays 3.4% with a PE of 25 times. Average PE is about 28. Look at the return on equity, 37 times. Okay, so that's actually proof that this is one of the good dividend stocks if you're looking at. Okay, so SmartRobie, why so special? Whenever any of the US stocks you're looking for, put it into the watch list. When the green Pentagon comes up, you will be notified on this one in here. Green to buy, red to sell. All right, so we have added the watch list for your own supervision of your watch list inside there, and green to buy, red to sell. And again, the SmartRobie is regulated by the Securities Commission of Malaysia for all our buy call. So that's all we have for this week. Thank you for coming. And also our summary is that US market, again, we still are bullish on the remaining of the 1 month going into the Christmas rally in here. Any market corrections like we've seen before, it's good for correction in here. And I do think that next year we'll see more rally going forward. So that's all we have. Thank you for being a SmartRobie user. So I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.